Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Apex Investor. This is our daily update for Friday, March the 19th. Today was quadruple witching hour day, and the value picks are pretty much AMC and Gamestop. Uh, and there was one other one called IDRA uh, that went down, was the big loser today, dropped over 60%. Idera Idera Pharmaceuticals, an American biotech company. So that dipped all the way down from the previous close. It was at 521 and it dropped all the way down to 181 today. And it closed at 198. After hours, it went up to $2. So I picked up some shares of that. Regards to GameStop, that had to stay above $200 to close over $200, and it did. AMC had to close, I believe they were saying above 15. I think that was false. I think it was truly 1350, and it did 1393. So the reason why those two had to close at those levels is because a lot of the options that were set to expire today uh, at the $200 range and the $1350 range, a lot of these options, if they're in the money, the shorts uh, will have to buy those options up. So this bodes well for both AMC and GameStop in the coming weeks ahead. So this is Wall Street Bets we're looking at here. And this post says, uh, what would Citadel do this? Okay. Citadel Securities is an options market maker. Notice how everyone's options lose a ton of money from the start to the end of these bull flags. Notice how the bull flags end on Fridays. It's my opinion that Citadel is spending millions of dollars on short attacks to make billions of dollars on your options expiring worthless. A day like today is very dangerous for an internalizer doing this. If the price jumps out of their control, not only do they lose money on all their shorts, they also lose money on all their options. If enough people realize this and lay on the buy pressure, so a lot of volume, a lot of buyers, it can blow up in their face and trigger the mother of all short squeezes. And this is called Max Payne theory, like the video game Max Payne. Want to know my opinion on how to trade options on this? Buy leaps on Fridays like these, and uh, don't buy weeklies during bull flags like this. Too long didn't read. Citadel is spending millions of dollars on short attacks to make billions of dollars on your options expiring worthless. If enough people realize this and lay on the buy pressure, it can blow up in their face and trigger the mother short squeezes. And I'm going to read from AMC subreddit next. Okay, there's a post here on AMC stock, and this post is a bunch of horse poop. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's basically telling you buy high and sell low, or buy high and just hold instead of buying low. It's a completely backwards way of thinking. I believe this was posted by a hedge fund, by the short sellers. They are trying to uh, put us out of business. Basically, they want us to be broke and bankrupt, like they're going to be very soon. And I don't know. They're saying that when you buy high, you're confirming the price. You're confirming the price is worth that price. What is he saying here? Uh, you're confirming the price is accurate. So this is a bunch of, this guy's such a idiot. It's an idiot post. That's no other way to say it. So I'm going to report this post for, let's see, misinformation and breaking the rules for sure. Maybe misinformation is probably the best one. Here you go. I should block them too. Yeah, I'm gonna block this poster as well. Let's block these hedge fund people too. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed this. That what we saw was visual manipulation right before our eyes. The $13.99, $14 thing was so boring, and right above it we have a funny post. This is his financial advisor right there. It's hilarious. All right, moving on to the next. We got maybe 3 posts. Pretty big. Here's a pretty big post. Fidelity bought 514,324 shares at an average price of $13.26. Wow, that's interesting. So that's, if you want to buy the dip, it's probably going to be at that price or below. Personally, I'm waiting for $10 to $11, and Fidelity might lose money. So we'll see. So this poster is saying that Fidelity is shorting the stock. That's what they're doing. So the stocks are like the Wild West right now. We, the apes, are fighting against the big bad villain. We have some big institution with big guns in the back to help us out. They need us to hold as well. Stay the course. Remember to eat your blah, blah, blah. And don't disclose your options or your positions to the public. Okay, so here's a post to back up the $14 AMC thing. So again, it closed at $13.93. So 56 million shares of AMC would have to be bought up next week if the price closes above $14. And it's about to take off. Let people know, tweet, da da da. So, yeah, it didn't close above 14, but just because it closed 7 cents below doesn't mean people don't have to buy up. People, meaning the shorts, don't have to buy up a lot of shares. They still do, just not this many. But in terms of GME, I think we're going to see how that panned out in a few seconds. Okay, we got a new spiffy logo. That's something cool. Okay, we're going to look at this post from, I think it's Warden. He says here there are rules for a market-wide circuit breaker. Level 1 is when the index or the stock drops below 7% of the previous day's close before 3:25 p.m. We get a 15-minute trading halt. And then if we drop further to 13% below the previous close before 3:25, we get another 15-minute halt. And then the last is 20%. This halts trading for the rest of the day. In the next edit, we'll talk about how the breaker is triggered. Well, I don't think this is true because I saw IDRA drop over 60%, and there was no halt. Not that I mean, continue trading. So I don't know. This might be untrue. All right. He says here, these are the rules in regards to market and indexes. For individual stocks, the rules are different. So again, those rules don't apply to stocks. So the rules with stocks is if it moves up or down by 10% within a 5-minute period, that's when they do a trading pause of about, I think, 5 minutes is how it is. Okay, the warden just confirmed that we're on track for another week of gains. Next week will be interesting with the earnings call coming up. Some things to look for in the earnings report. Number 1, excellent sales. Number 2, GPU sales. Number 3, sustainable new revenue streams, such as their what they're doing, changing up the store, making it look like a internet cafe when it's really, esports kind of gaming place to hang out, a social Gamestop social kind of areas there. Signs of shifting to a higher margin business, eliminating leases and other PP&E should help GameStop shift towards an e-commerce business model. I will read their 10Q financials and let you guys know my thoughts. After the earnings call, we'll post quickly if I see any red flags. I think what's most important is that GameStop proves themselves capable of achieving higher long-term sustainable growth, just like how the stock is rising sustainably, the business must do the same. Even if there's a spike in short-term sales, you need positive long-term prospects to impress analysts. Okay, so that's all for that post. Okay, I read the post from Rensole, and what I want to mention from his post is uh, Warden Elite was banned the other day, as well as Hey It's Pixel. Um, they now have new accounts, Warden Elite 2 and Hey It's Not Josh. Uh, Anticipated levels price will drop to today. Okay. So some greater ape has been analyzing the charts and based on where the support levels are, identified the prices we could expect to drop to today. It looks like 140 might be the lowest. Well, it didn't happen. It was actually 182. If you're wanting to buy more, that might be a good buy target, not financial advice. And I'm not a financial advisor or nor expert, so I cannot be held liable for whatever you do. Whatever you do, it's your choice. I'm just sharing my opinions and reading Reddit posts. The trading volume, this is a big point. The trading volume in GameStop has been dropping off the cliff in the past few days. No one seems to be selling. I didn't sell one share of all my shares. I guess the hedgies are nervous because of the increasing awareness of their nonsense. So it's the short sellers that are very nervous. I mean, there are hedge funds who are long, so we shouldn't put them all into a lump them all up in a ball. Okay, so that's all for that post. Okay, so I just posted my first post on GME subreddit. It's called GME to the Moon because logic. And I wrote here first time poster, long time lurker. Actually, I may have posted before, but this is my first actual post of substance. So I quote here logic is one of the things we cannot see. There are laws of logic. We cannot see it, feel it, taste it, touch it. We can't weigh it on a scale. We all know that logic exists. There are some things we intuit, we know to be true. And that's from Doug Tenable, the creator of Earthworm Jim. We apes have been questioned. Oh, oh my goodness. Let me just fix some typos here. All right. We apes have been questioned by our non ape friends and family. They question our sanity, our belief that GME is going to the moon, that we bought the stock at whatever price and expect it to have the biggest short squeeze in the history of the stock market. If they ask me to present my data, my facts, I'll point them to the DD post at the top of the RGME page. We have vast amounts of evidence and research to support why we support this stock. I take all this information and prove it true or false. I've used my common sense and logic. Logic tells me this is going to the moon. The same logic told me to invest in Nintendo stock before the Wii launched. The same logic that told me to invest in Apple before the first iPhone came to market. The same logic that told me to invest in Netflix when they were still doing DVD delivery and Blockbuster started to see less customers. That same logic right now is telling me to go all in on GameStop. The mother of all short squeezes has not even begun yet. Hold strong. Apes together strong. Disclaimer, not financial advice or expert, just the opinion of your friendly neighborhood ape investor. Okay, so that's my post. Please upvote that. Uh, Maybe I should make that caps for that. Anyway, thank you for your time. That's all for today's update. Wanted to share to save you some time to not make this overly long as my previous videos have been. So thanks again for your time. Please click the like button, smash the subscribe button. Did I do that right? and and ring the notification bell so you'll know as soon as I post a new update. And again, I have a lot of videos to update. Well, a lot being two very big monumental videos you will not want to miss if you are if you like the stock market, if you like stocks, if you like to make money, you don't want to miss those videos. So thank you again for your time. Have a great weekend, everybody. God bless you all and God bless your investments. This is Apex Investor signing out.